guys, what's up? So, it's crazy that in about 2 to 3 weeks, gym memberships all over the country are about to skyrocket, which means that a lot of people are going to try to carry through with their New Year's resolutions by going to the gym. And, by the end of January, a lot of those memberships are going to go back to normal and decline. However, the thing is, I remember in the past when I was trying to be super duper serious about training, and I'm more serious about it now. I mean, not that I wasn't then, but you get the point. Training is different for me now, much different. I still love it the same, but anyway. The thing is, back in the day, I used to think that these people, when they would come in for their New Year's resolutions, I was very angry about it because I'm like, hey, I'm very serious about this. You aren't. You're just going to quit in 3 weeks. So I wasn't very accommodating. And I got to say, even though my gym is smaller and we have fewer people that come here, like everybody comes at their own time. It's pretty awesome. Great place. Anyway, the thing is, that's the wrong attitude to have. In reality, even though I was mad about them supposedly taking up space in my gym, at the same time, I realized I want them to succeed. And the other reason I felt like they didn't belong is because I knew that they were just there for, 2 to 3 weeks just to take up space. Guys, that's not the way to look at it, alright? The way to look at it is that if you see someone doing something wrong, correct them. You'll be able to tell if they have no clue what they're doing. But the idea, honestly, for most of us who are experienced and love this to death, the idea in our heads should be that you want them to succeed, so you're going to step in when they need someone who knows better than they do to let them know what they're doing wrong, help them to correct things and, fix mistakes. Because we should all want the next person to be successful. It's kind of like here, when someone's on that platform behind me, or in the squat rack right there, where I'm always filming, when someone is there, there's like 6 other guys cheering them on, or her on. We have a lot of strong girls here. They're very impressive women, and this gym environment is just perfect. But yeah, I think it's an important thing that we forget to do. We're so territorial that we forget. No legs. We're so territorial that we forget the most important thing, and that's to be welcoming, inviting, and wishing them the best to hope that, they achieve their goals and become better versions of themselves, like we did in the beginning. We weren't sure in the beginning. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't. And it's not that I didn't know about training or nutrition. I knew about both, really, but putting it into practice was the hardest thing for me. Staying away from everything else that I was addicted to. The only reason that I decided to become obsessed with it, like I've said before, is because I kept quitting. I was like, if I don't become obsessive with this, then I'm never going to stick to it. So that's why I am the way that I am about it. I mean, when I talk about people doing a lot of this, running the jaw, in gym memes we call it jaw day because people just want to talk so much, but seriously, when you're in here, nothing out there should matter. We've all got problems in this world. We've all got problems in our own lives, and when we're here putting in the work, none of that should matter. You should be able to put it out of your mind no matter how deep it is. So just remember where you came from. Whether you've been training for 2 years, 20 years, just remember that we all started somewhere and that we should be welcoming these people to hopefully stay for good. Even if they go to other gyms, we should want them to hopefully do better. We are all humans. We should care about each other. But yeah, I've already talked about how New Year's resolutions, statistically fail, and they do. I don't want them to fail, but that's just it. If they didn't fail, then I wouldn't care. Make your New Year's resolution. But they typically fail because people don't put a plan of appropriate action into place. They don't plan ahead. So I hope that the people that come in the next few weeks come to stay, because I want you all to feel better about yourselves, get healthier, and become the person that you want to be. I mean, there's no reason to not start now. I will always preach that. I mean, that's what I did, but I mean, in 3 days, I celebrate 3 years of sobriety. I've never touched, like, drugs or anything hardcore, but I loved beer. I miss it. But I wanted to be better at this at all costs, and beer was one of those costs. So with that out of the way, I had a pretty decent light workout, and I mean, well, light for me, nothing that absolutely pushed the muscle to the brink of destruction or anything, but I tested that bad boy. I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's like squatting with a giant bucket of water because the weights are constantly shifting and rocking. But it was crazy. I mean, I was able to do it without a belt, so that felt amazing. But yeah, that was good. And then this was my 4th bench day this week. I won't do anything tomorrow except for stretch and go for a walk in the morning. But yeah, like a little bit of isolation, not much supersets because I hate isolation. And then yeah, that was it. Tiny, light little routine, and it was a lot of fun. And again, I emphasize people find out what works for you and put a plan of action into place now, so that way you don't get hit with the sudden shock of healthy eating habits and continuous activity. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym like most others and myself do. You don't have to do that. Just, learn to love it, fall in love with it, because it is a lifestyle, and most people don't realize that. We mean lifestyle, we mean every day, we mean devoted to it, we mean instead of getting home at a certain time for your favorite frickin' show, going for a walk, or, play around with light resistance bands, something. And, changing up those eating habits, one step at a time, guys. Implement something new weekly, or even bi-daily, every few days, Implement something new. And it's always easy to drink more water, so there's no excuse there. Hydration is essential. 75% of the body's functions are carried out through water, so, I mean, there's you can survive longer without food than you can water. I mean, many people probably know that, but just to emphasize my point. Anyway, yep, it was a fun workout, and for real, guys, don't forget that in the next couple of weeks when gym memberships go up, welcome everybody. Welcome them. Make them feel like they need to be there, and make them feel like they want to be there, like they deserve to be. Don't forget that you started somewhere too. Thanks, guys.